We've been saying we want to keep seeing the games between these two teams. Well, here we go. It's going to be that search and destroy and breach, and Overkill gets taken out by Looney right away.
And then the thermal, I said thermal, jeez.
Man, you really have
Thermal's really on my mind, man. Thermal getting banned as well, and so is Flashbang, and then the Shiva. A little different of variety here, but it's still kind of, that Flashbang always goes, the high caliber, the concussion is gone too. I think I'm more intrigued by the specialist in terms of what is really going to change the game besides Ban and Protect.
Yeah, and looking through this really doesn't surprise me with what we've seen so far. Rapid fire goes, yeah, that's all pretty standard stuff, especially for Search and Destroy.
Yep, and the Shiva, of course, maybe partially influenced by what they saw earlier in the game. Even Crimsix was bringing it out, especially when the Rapid Fire was in the game. But of course, you got to think about Formal too. They just don't want to give those easier kills when it comes to just those two-hit from the Shiva. So that's taken out, and now we're going to go down the list. Look at the Specialists. I think we're going to see the usual things again, but Vision Pulse coming out once again. Specialist ability not as common as some of the other ones like Kinetic Armor and Heat Wave.
I wonder what Crimsix's motivation is here to run Vision Pulse. I mean, we have Classic coming in with the active camo, and that's what he used first map. If Formal's not using camo, okay, there it goes. Because I was a little worried right there. I wasn't sure if they slipped up, because camo is without a doubt my favorite specialist.
Yeah,
I feel like it's guaranteed kill every time.
Octane actually picks up the Vision Pulse too, so another mirror in terms of specialist choices between these two teams. Well, Search and Destroy on Breach for map number 2. Jack, what are your key points for this one?
Here's a start I want to see off this one, right? I want to see players flood right out towards middle map, get aggressive towards each other. Obviously, as time goes on, you'll see the specialists begin to get earned. That'll definitely affect how this one is played. Obviously, Vision Pulse from Crimsix going to be very key on this map, but one thing I do want to point out here is we've seen before from Rise, they go right towards top middle. They want to command control of it. I want to see Optic Gaming play with confidence, flood that middle map as well, and battle them. We saw in the past, teams will do that 2-3 times in a row, and you'll be 3 rounds into a game with only 45 seconds of gameplay. Once that goes away, you'll see more and more times there'll be methodical pushes towards this B-bomb site right outside here in construction. This area is very key to lock down, obviously, to not only get the bomb planted, but win a round for your team. Things to look for on this map. Who's going to wind up winning with those ARs? At times, you'll see 3 ARs per team, just trying to pick players off cover where only their head can be seen. Definitely something that can come into play on a map like Breach S&D. First time we're seeing it this weekend. Very excited to get it started.
Both of these teams have been pretty good in S&D this tournament. I mean, Optic had a few slip-ups versus TSM, but Rise Nation, I mean, beating FaZe Clan even in a Search and Destroy shows how much talent they actually have in this game type. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I feel like it always is. This first Search and Destroy is such a big indicator of how matches are usually going to play out.
I saw one thing at the end of that map, and typically if you watched a Formal stream before, he'll hit like the craziest triple snipe kill and won't even react. He ends that map, and he is the most hyped on the team, yelling over Scump, which is something rare for Formal. Wondering if he keeps that hype up throughout the rest of the series.
Well, we'll see. It definitely could help for that side of Optic, because like we said, the hardpoint doesn't always translate over some of the other modes. We'll find out if Rise can fight back and Search and Destroy on Breach as we go into the game with Maven and Mr. X.
Incredible stuff as always, gentlemen. Game 2, S&D on Breach. The S&D, I mean, you and I, we took some flack. We took some flack from Scump. We said this is one of their weaker game modes. They bounced back, played really well. Real good at the end of the season. Not so good against TSM. Better than, obviously, today. But what Optic are we going to get in S&D today?
You don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, well, they looked good in the first series, but it's only one game. You're going to have to see it against Rise Nation. Kind of fortunate, though. Rise Nation is not the strongest S&D team as well. We saw Rise beat Optic in the finals of Totino's on this map. Obviously, a lot has changed in the meta and the game since then. An Annihilator was used in the final round. We don't see any weapons now in Search and Destroy. So excited to see what these two teams bring out. I actually want to check one player for a second. So I'm going to see no snipers on the side of Rise Nation for a second. Could have thought you had Octane with it on the defensive side of things, but he's not going to bring it out.
All right, well, here we go. Looks like it's going to be an aggressive push towards mid-map for the side of Rise Nation. They're trying to get information early, but they've left the B bomb site wide open now. Who's going to hit connector is what I'm wondering. Will Looney end up flying across, or are they going to wait for the plant here?
Seems like we're going to wait for a plant. We're going to get a 4-4 with the bomb down over at B. One player for Optic Gaming all the way in the back. That's going to be Crimsix. We'll have to pay attention to him. Looney falls off the map. Not ideal here.
This has been a rough start for Looney, right? Hot series earlier. Game 1 not really going his way. That's not how you want to start game number 2. Slack, though, opening things up. Can he find 1? Can he find 2? Shredding Formal there. 2-on-2. 20 seconds left to go. He's going to turn. He gets another one. 1-on-1. It's Karma. Slack, 15 seconds. Does he win it? He can't get the aces. Karma shuts things down.
Optic's able to win the round. We talked about the slow start of Looney. Slack has gotten off to an amazing start these first 2 maps. Almost able to clutch this up for his team. One of the craziest aces we've ever seen. Karma, though, comes out, knows he's weak, knows the position he is in, doesn't give him an opportunity to get lost, get out of that bricks area. It's going to be Optic Gaming winning round number 1.
A fast and furious round 1 for sure. Let's look at Rise's turn now on offense. I got to go with Slack. After that performance, we saw almost clutching, almost picking up all 4 players there of Optic Gaming. But it looks like we're going to have a bit of a different hit here. Well, actually, for them, I mean, they hit middle on defense. Looks like they want to take control on offense as well. And Slack has already got all the way on top broken. Did that player coming across see him, though? I do not think he did. But where is Formal headed?
Formal's on a flank of his own. You see the bomb's going to go down at A. Formal has to be confused a little bit. He's going to get 1 player in the middle of the map looking for more. It's going to be Octane in bottom left, able to take him out. Slack's in such a good position. You see he's able to take out Scum. Top broken. Optic had no idea that Slack's in that position. And Classic has to know that these players playing inside.
Just Karma by himself
last
now.
one alive. Had to know he was coming through Palace. That's why you saw Classic back up. Fantastic offensive round there from Rise Nation. They really needed that.
Yeah. I mean, Optic's first round on offense came down to the wire. This much more controlled from Rise Nation. Props to them. Good A plan, good control. And a lot of that was just Slack getting across control of mid-map. They had no pressure, and he got to top broken, right? You have such a power position there.
Which is why I'm a little shocked you didn't see anyone watch that. Usually the guy top broken, he'll peek like top AC, then at least get an eye down, or maybe a guy through the middle of the map who gets to your side AC and just looks straight down for that lower wall run.
Certainly.
Going to look to see Optic change things up on defense.
All right, well, let's see how they play the... Well, look at this. It's just mid-map completely controlled, again, for the boys in red. That's going to be Rise. Can they take advantage of this? Trying to look at the cross, going to get tagged up again. They get so much information here. It looks like they're completely fine to give up this B site, let the plank get down. You saw they almost retook last time. Can they do it again? They're going to be the 3v4, though, here.
Yeah, and Karma's going to get first blood. We see Scum just firing down some emergency shots. He's going to back off the bomb site, and they're going to have 1 player sitting on that AC. It's going to be able to see if these players cross, and Slack's going to be the first one in. Just targets that same area that Scump was, and who is that through the middle of the map for Optic? They tried this the last time. This player actually got taken out. You're going to see Looney getting a kill, evening it up at 3 apiece. They're waiting for Krim to come make a play. Krim's going to be able to take out Octane. Comes behind. Nice headshot there on the Looney. They're able to clean up Slack. A fantastic job by Optic Gaming.
Do you think we're going to have a change in defensive strategy for the side of Rise Nation? They're taking control of mid, they're allowing that B plant, and they're confident in their retake. Now we're 2 for 2 with them not able to get that done.
Well, I think you could put a person in bottom glass. I think that would actually catch Optic Gaming off guard a little bit, because they have to know you're not playing anybody over at B. They may end up just running out of bricks a little bit recklessly. You're able to get a free kill there, so could potentially see a change on the side of Rise Nation on defense. I want to see what Optic Gaming is going to change on their defense.
They're going top middle. You wanted them to put some pressure here. They do. Formal picking up 2, shutting it down top mid. Scump answers with the other. Everyone dropping. Slack and under broken again. He's got 2. Can he make a hero play? Can't get across. The mantle comes in, and Karma shuts down another crazy Slack performance.
What's kind of funny is they take out everyone but Slack, and you knew that, okay, Slack was the guy who came behind us last time. He's still able to hit that same route and take out 2 players. Almost gets away here. Some nice shots. Well, 1 shot to be exact.
Yeah, he was pretty
by
tagged
Karma.
up.
Yeah, Slack was pretty weak. And I mean, if he gets out and goes in behind Optic, I mean, who knows? It's a 2v1 scenario.
And you asked for the response from Optic, and you got it. Formal, Scump, take control of mid-map. 2 players dead to Formal's AR before Rise can really get anything going. But let's get into round 5 now. Back to offense here for Optic Gaming. We haven't been on with Krim too much. He's going to be watching the flank. Now, you asked for a change here for Rise. They do have some players up close and personal. It's going to be Slack. Does he pick up the kill or get caught? Let's look at his angle.
He's going to have the sniper of Octane looking over him, and Classic over there as well. So they're going to stack that B site, but look at this. Looney behind
They
Optic,
just rotated out. He wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, no, nice play by Karma there. Just didn't expect Looney to be there. And you see Formal actually is going to take out Slack. It's going to be a 4v2. Not a great start to this S&D from Rise Nation.
No, it's not, but this is really good. If you're an Optic Gaming fan, you've been worried about their S&D performance yesterday versus TSM. They are looking very, very strong here. 3-1 advantage, 4v2 right now. There could be an engagement here, but I believe Octane is actually below, and he's got this sniper. That's a tough shot to hit with him going across.
Yeah, but knowing Overkill's gone, as soon as that shot comes out, he's going to get challenged. He's going to get tagged from his right, and it's going to be Krim able to clean that up. Karma in the kill feed, taking out Classic. It's going to be a strong 4-1 performance here, and the lead for Optic Gaming.
Well, let's talk about these last 2 rounds. Rise was controlling top middle. You saw, I guess, an answer from Optic. They get up top middle, they take control, they try to make their presence known. So Rise had been giving up B. They tried to do the same, kind of show their presence at B. Doesn't work out for them at all.
And the Optic that we see struggle in Search and Destroy does not make mid-game adjustments. So it's really nice to see Optic changing things up mid-game. They realize what Rise is doing early, and they adjust in the next rounds to combat their strategies.
Well, now we have, this looks like defense from Rise, kind of we saw earlier, but now Optic's going to be giving up the planted B. They're going to be playing the retake.
I don't expect Optic to rotate back. That's the only difference. Rise would have rotated back to the defensive side of things and played it from that angle. You see, they're just going to try and funnel players towards Formal.
They're trying to pinch from behind, but you can see 2 players in cage are going to be dealing with this flank, and 3 players are devoted to this. They're going to have to work together. Who's got the HC up? That's going to be Scump. Scump trying to fly in. He's going to get some information. He knows 2 are there, and now they're going to begin to soar. They've got to apply pressure. You have Formal on one side getting shots in. You have Scump pushing on the other, picking up 1. Karma's in front as well. The 2-person bait and switch going through, trying to find as many as they can. On the backside, everyone dropping. It's just Octane to go, but he's picked up 2. He's in a 1v2. He'd need the ace, but they're already on the bomb, and Crimsix has got the defuse.
Fantastic play by Optic Gaming. When they leave Formal on the defensive side of the map and they push all the way around towards cages, it just traps Rise Nation over in bricks, over in cages. Just a fantastic play.
Well, I mean, the only one that could even deal with him there would maybe be Octane in a one-on-one gunfight, but you have him hard triggering that corner by bomb. How do you kill Formal there unless you fly
I expected that once Optic showed that they were coming on the flank, that Rise was just going to fall back and play from the defensive side of things, and they would have walked into Formal and he would have picked up 1 or 2 players.
Yeah. Well, Slack's just looking at his team like, guys, can I get a little bit of help? Look how well-rounded the effort is from Optic Gaming and how lopsided it is for Rise Nation. What does that tell you about the 2 teams' performances right now?
I mean, obviously the score kind of tells you what the 2 teams' performances.
Well,
but
that's true.
I mean, those 2 players I said could have been X factors. Karma and Classic. Right now you got Karma at 6-2, Classic at 1-5. That tells me a lot.
All right, well, 1 down for Optic. They got the first blood, but Scump wants to answer back. I think I saw Octane. No, who's actually in the back? It's going to be Looney in the back with an M8. Thought maybe they were looking it over with the sniper. So they've turned this into a 3v3. Optic Gaming 1 round away from taking a 2-0 lead in the series. Rise has got a lot of work to do to bounce back here in Game 2.
Krim actually picks up this kill. I would not be opposed to Optic rotating this over towards A. He's going to get some shots down. Looney helps his teammate out, taking Krim from up top, and you're going to see Karma's going to push all the way through. I like the decision to rotate this bomb all the way over the A side. Karma's going to throw some prayer nades over the building. He's not going to be able to connect with the first one.
Oh,
gets
flak tag
on the second one, but yeah, gains some information. And he's going to rely on Scump to go big. Scump just needs to buy time for Karma right now. Yeah, he has Kinetic and Heat Wave. I mean, you're up 5-1. I probably try and use both to win this round.
But now they spotted him. He wasn't able to pick up the kill, getting into top broken. Scump's going to have a lot of work to do. He goes in. He has Kinetic. Are they going to use everything here? He saw one more. It's going to be Karma trying to grab it, but now 1v2. Bomb is planted for Scump. Can he get it done? The Kinetic armor is off. He's going to have to deal with the 2 players Arise. One sticking the bomb. He's on it. They're lining up. Oh, you got to win that one. But he gets dominated by Slack, and Rise Nation is staying alive.
He just had a hard time deciding who he wanted to kill.
That's true.
He started shooting at the first player, saw the clock dwindling down, tried to take out the guy on the bomb, and he tagged up both players, just not able to win the gunfight. And you see Slack uses kinetic armor to win that one.
That explains.
He doesn't pop kinetic. He probably loses that one. Scump wins the round.
I didn't realize he popped his kinetic. I thought he completely dominated Scump there, but the kinetic going to get it done. So did Karma use his heat wave? No, he held on to that. Okay, so you have Formal almost to a camo. You have Octane with a vision pulse. Let's watch the offensive round here from Octane, see what he does mid-map. And what he's going to do is get tagged up immediately. I think that's Formal.
Again, he has to back down, and they're lucky Looney gets that kill into Karma, because I think they were going to challenge him top AC with an SMG from the bottom. Formal's able to jump up on that top mid hut. He's able to take out Octane. You see Scump just sitting on top of that bomb site. He's just firing down shots, just funneling these players of Rise Nation through Palace, and I thought Krim was going to turn around. I had great positioning. If you're Krim, I think about using Vision Pulse this round.
Well, he hears them. He sees the shadows. He's completely aware they're here. He's got the L car out. He knows there's one. What side do they go? Able to pick it out and win the gunfight. Slack now by himself, planting bomb.
He gets tagged as well.
He's almost been clutched throughout this one, but he can't win it, and that's going to be Game 2, going to Optic Gaming. So far, completely controlling the series over Rise.
One of the stronger S&D performances we've seen from Optic Gaming in a while. It's going to be Crim getting the defuse. A 6-2 victory over Rise Nation. Rise down 0-2, Maven. They need a lot of help.
Well, I want to hear what our analysis thinks about that one. Chobra, boys, your thoughts.
I want to just open this up and ask your thoughts, gentlemen, on Crim, because I saw some amazing decision-making from it, including that last round. I mean, down to the wire, he had that vision post. Even the commentators talking about, hey, does he use it right now? But he waits, sees the shadows, and knows, because if you use that, you give away your position too, so he waits to use it to secure the round.
Yeah, Crim's a real smart guy. That's just the only way to say it.
I didn't say we ever doubted it.
No, I mean, he's a robot sometimes, and he really makes some good decisions, some good calculated decisions. The thing that stands out for me, the most part, is I was backstage before this match actually started, and I asked Scump, yo, what happened yesterday versus TSM? He said, I'm not really sure, just came off to a slow start, and he was reiterating the fact that they think they're a really, really good S&D team, and we just didn't get to see it in day one, and we just saw it right there with a really, like, commanding W versus a very, very good Search and Destroy Rise Nation team.
I think that we kind of saw Rise go into what I expected them on this map, right? Where they just push top middle and try to get control of it. And I wanted to see Optic challenge it, but that's why I'm not a pro player. Optic decided not to take the bait. They didn't take the bait. They pushed the sites. They played S&D just better as a team. Instead of going up and playing hectic, insane, crazy top-middle gunfights that Rise could easily swing, Optic played it methodically. They got the kills. They had Crimsix hitting shots like this, and they just won the game. I will take the L on that analyzation there, Matt.
Jack, I would have went with you if it was me and you on a team.
Yeah, honestly,
I would have followed
that's
you in
why
the
we're
battle. We would have challenged top mid. We would have got absolutely destroyed.
There you go. And that's why they're on the stage and you guys are over here with me. It all makes sense now.
Hey, too soon, too soon.
But I think you put out a good point in that this might be why everyone has been praising Optic, is that they know they have great gun skill, but then they also realize, like, hey, if that's what Rise wants, maybe we just play the objective a little bit more, play those flanks. I mean, you saw Crim, he was shooting people in the back nonstop because he was running around the middle a little bit, around Broken, and then every time he'd come back to green, and then he'd be able to get those flanks on.
It just seemed like everything was going Optic's way. I know earlier we talked about with Rise Nation and FaZe Clan fluidity. I mean, when things are going well, it just continues to go well, it seems, for every team that we've